Injuries, injuries, injuries. That is the story of the 2019 Philadelphia Eagles. It's just been announced that Eagles wide receiver Alshon Jeffery season is over. Alshon Jeffery suffered a foot injury during the Eagles Monday Night Football game against the New York Giants. He reportedly felt something pop. He went into the tent, and then they immediately carted him off afterwards. Injuries have just been an absolute pain in the ass this year, man. Players just dropping like absolute flies. Eagles right now are just so depleted at wide receiver right now. It got so bad how depleted they were at the wide receiver position that they were close to putting Josh McCown at wide receiver. A 40-year-old quarterback was about to be put at wide receiver because they were just so depleted at that position. Eagles do have a couple receivers on the practice squad. They have a couple players on practice squad, including Markin Mitchell. They can bring him up to the main roster. There are some options out there in free agency, but as we see with Harry Roseman does not like really going into free agency that much. They could bring Jordan Matthews back if they really wanted to, but we all know that Roseman does not like making a splash in free agency this year for whatever reason. So I'm expecting them to bring up somebody from the practice squad more likely. Alshon Jeffery finishes his 2019 season with he played 10 games this season. He was targeted 73 times. He had 43 receptions, 490 yards receiving, averaging 11.4 yards, and 4 receiver touchdowns. This is easily his least productive season since his rookie year with the Chicago Bears back in 2012. Now that Alshon Jeffery is done, there's been speculation about his future. He's 29 years old. He turns 30 in February. Injuries have just been plaguing him. Like I say, his numbers are going down. There's been speculation about whether the Eagles will bring him back next year. They can't cut him because his salary for 2020 is absolutely guaranteed. If they did cut Alshon Jeffery, they will lose $10.6 million in cap space. They may try to trade Alshon Jeffery, but the question is, who's taking on Alshon Jeffery's salary? Who's going to take on that guaranteed salary of his, especially with him coming back from an injury and he's about to turn 30 years old. So the Eagles got some decisions to make this offseason when it comes to Jeffery. Not just Jeffery, but many other players on this roster. In other news, starting right tackle Lane Johnson is said to be he's said to be a week-to-week decision. He also suffered an injury during the Monday Night Football game. He suffered an ankle injury, so they're monitoring him carefully. If I was the coaches, I would not put him in this game next week against the Redskins. I will let him heal up as much as possible, because the last thing we need is another guy going down with a season-ending injury. So, if it was me personally making the decision, I would not play Lane Johnson this week. I will put Vata at right tackle. Vata he did pretty well against the Giants. So, the injuries have just been a pain in the ass, man, and it's just been hitting us one after another. Alshon Jeffery, the second time he got hurt this year, and he's done this year. I know some Eagle fans are calling for the Eagles to move on from him, and it's a possibility that he may have played his last game in Philadelphia. We don't know for sure. Like I said, they can't just cut him due to that salary. They could try to trade him, but the question is, will anybody take on a 30-year-old receiver who is coming off of a foot injury? That's the big question mark. But whatever the Eagles do, man, they gotta realize, man, they gotta start preparing for the future. They gotta start preparing for the future with this team, man. Injuries have just been absolutely plaguing us. These players are getting older. We gotta start preparing for the future. We gotta get younger at key positions. If this team is gonna sustain long-term success, winning success, they gotta get younger. Plain and simple. Gotta get younger. This damn medical staff has to be fired. Absolutely fired. I'm sick of these goddamn injuries left and right. I'm sick of them. It's so frustrating having to come on here so constantly and talk about injuries. We've been dealing with injuries for quite a while now. for so many years now, injuries have just been plaguing this team, and it feels like it's been hitting us a lot more than it's been hitting other teams. It really does. It just, players just dropping like flies, like I said earlier. So we gotta do something about this, man. I don't know if it's a preparation we do with these players. I don't know what it is, but something's gotta change. I get injuries are part of the game. Football is a contact sport. But Alshon Jeffery's injury was a non-contact injury. He was trying to run a route and then then he suffered that injury. So I don't know if it's I don't know what it is. Preparation of the players, I'm not sure. But all I know is that this damn medical staff has to go. They have to go. I'm sick of hearing this crap every single goddamn week. A player dropping. I'm sick of it. I'm beyond sick of it. I don't want to be hearing constant injuries in 2020. I do not want to be hearing all this, man. I know, like I said, I know injuries are part of the game. It's a contact sport, man. But at the rate that they've been plaguing our team, it's just been absolutely ridiculous. So this medical staff need to go, and the Eagles got some big decisions to make when it comes to Alshon Jeffery, Deshaun Jackson. These guys are where Deshaun Jackson is already on the opposite side of 30. Alshon Jeffery's getting ready to hit that in February next year. So Eagles got some decisions to make, man. Even if they keep both of these guys next year, we got to make sure that we got you coming in behind them. Yes, we got guys like J.J. Arcega-Whiteside. Yes, we have Greg Ward, Market Mitchell on the practice squad. But they need to draft at least one receiver in 2020 draft. They have to. And it needs to be somebody with some speed that can stretch the field, because that is clearly what we're lacking. Carson Wentz is he's a big play quarterback. He loves to go deep downfield, but right now he simply does not have it. And we need to get some youth in here. We cannot count on a 33-year-old wide receiver not Alshon Jeffery, but Deshaun Jackson. We can't count on that. That was the problem right there. That was the immediate problem right there. Harry Roseman put all his stock into Alshon Jeffery. I keep saying Jeffrey. Deshaun Jackson staying healthy. He put all his eggs in that one basket. A guy that has not played a healthy season since 2013, a full healthy season since he was with the Eagles in 2013. That was a problem right there. Roseman put all his eggs in one basket, and it came back to bite him in the ass. I still believe Carson Wentz can be a very good quarterback. He showed us on Monday Night Football, even though with a depleted wide receiver core, Carson Wentz, Carson Wentz is a good quarterback. He definitely can be a really good quarterback, especially when he has weapons around him. We got to get weapons for Carson Wentz. We paid Carson Wentz this money. Provide him with the weapons to be successful. What he did on Monday night with limited weapons, very few receivers. I mean, that was pretty remarkable. Even though it's against the Giants, it was still quite remarkable that Carson Wentz put the team on his back. I still do believe in Carson Wentz. I criticize him here and there, but I still do believe in Carson Wentz. But we got to make sure we have the pieces around him. We got to make sure we get the pieces around him. There's going to be some guys that are free agents next year, including Dallas Cowboys wide receiver Amari Cooper. That could be a possibility. I'm not saying it's going to happen, but it could be a possibility. Don't knock it. Don't say it can't happen. He's a free agent next year. Odell Beckham wants out of Cleveland, according to reports. The Eagles could try to pull the trigger on that. I know people are saying Antonio Brown, but right now I don't think that's going to happen. He is reportedly going to be on the commission's exempt list with this whole case going, this whole charges and case going against him. But the Eagles, man, they got to bring in some weapons next year, man. Preferably younger guys that are on the that are behind 30 years old. Guys like I said, Odell Beckham, maybe Amari Cooper. We need somebody that got decent speed, good speed, that can stretch that field, because we have a big play quarterback, a Brett Favre-like quarterback in Carson Wentz that likes to be a gunslinger. We need to get the weapons that make it possible for him to be that gunslinger. Like I said, I don't know what's going to happen with Alshon Jeffery, but get well soon, Alshon, man. Get healthy, man. Come back strong next year. And we'll see. We'll see what the future holds for him with the Philadelphia Eagles. But these injuries, man, it's just been a tough season. It's been a really, really tough season. Just a season of players just dropping. The Eagles are still in the playoff picture. They got to watch the Redskins on not Monday. I mean, they got to watch the Redskins on Week 15. Of course, like I told you guys in my video yesterday, I come out with all my Week 15 videos and stuff. But yeah, Alshon Jeffery season is officially over, man. It's officially done. Eagles are depleted at wide receiver. Like I said, it got so bad that a 40-year-old Josh McCown, backup quarterback, they were seriously considering putting him at wide receiver. That's crazy. The Eagles, man, they got to make some moves at wide receiver this week. Bring up Markin Mitchell, see what he could do. Greg Ward, they obviously brought him up, and I've been overall impressed with Greg Ward. I think Greg Ward has a lot of potential, so continue to use him in our offense for sure. But anyway, man, let me know what you guys think in the comment section. As always, go Birds. Get well soon, Alshon Jeffery. Get well soon, Lane Johnson. You guys heal up, man. Get well soon. But as always, go Birds. Spunky Nice 91 is out of here. Fly, Eagle, fly. Peace.